How do I do this again? I click this button here, and it's 13:05 on Friday, the 27th of July, 2018, and that could mean one thing and one thing only. That it's time for today's Bisquiz and Biscuit review with me. It's your host, Edward C. Lewis. How are you all doing, everybody? Good to see you all in the chat. Jack Little, Big Fun Art, Commander Rent, Altimeter, Calda, Jack Little, Big Fun Art again, Javier Das, bonjour, monsieur, Jack Little Puppy, and Cosmogrog. All of the best ones are right here. Feeling good. Sherry Ranel's here as well, just to top things off. Feeling very good, feeling strong, feeling the end of the week right now. Is that a piece of hair? What's going on here? Is this like a little cable? You've got to tuck this in around this like this. Squeeze that around there. Mulstone Barnes here as well. Truly all of my favourites. And Aramis, it's just getting better and better. I can't believe it. I simply cannot believe it. How have you all been? So this week has been not really long. It's been a good one. It's been a good one this week. We did some streams on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. We did stream Wednesday night. We did a stream on Thursday night. We've done quite a lot of streams. We've done 5 streams. This is number 6. Stream number 6 of the week. It's almost as if I nearly, it's part of my contract, have to do these things for a living. But not this one. This one is this one's the exception. This one's the one where you and I get together and we do whatever we want and say whatever we want and think whatever we want and review whatever we want. Biscuit review coming up at 1:45 in just over 35 minutes time. But before that, of course, it's time for the quiz. If you've never been here before, what we do is we come to my little bar. As you can see, we've got the bar. We've got the original World Cup. If anyone can remember what the name of the World Cup is, that's great. We have today's special, which is still American football. That's been the special for 2 weeks. So it's time for us to get rid of that special and get another one. What does everybody want this week's special to be? Think whatever you want, the Honey Thief. Anything that you want. You think it, you do it. You can achieve it. It's also a motivational live stream where we just spout motivational nonsense, such as imagine yourself in a room. Imagine yourself surrounded by golden objects. You've bought those golden objects. Each golden object represents a goal in your life, something that you've achieved and something that you've done. Well, let me tell you, listener, let me tell you, viewer, that you can achieve those things simply by imagining them. That's just nonsense. You have to put in hard work as well. Shia LaBeouf is this week's special. What's he done? Has he done anything to deserve being this week's special? I'm going to pick a picture of him with long hair. He looks great. Shia LaBeouf, of course. We've all had enough of Shia LaBeouf, but not enough just yet, because he is this week's special. Thank you, Shia. You are a gentle soul, and hopefully people will treat you well if they choose to order you. Peter, can you put a Shia LaBeouf onto the boil? Don't let it boil, just simmer. Ruin the taste otherwise. Motivational speeches, exactly. So what have you all been doing this week? What has been your highlight? Tell me, and I'll comment on it. And that's just the nature of these things, isn't it? I just comment on it and then you go, great, thanks. That's kind of it. Oh, you've all been roasted this week, of course, because it's been very, very, very warm. Yeah, I agree with you. People say I've been playing a lot of games because Jester's ill. That's a shame. I'm sorry to hear it, Jester. People say that it's been too difficult. That it's been too warm to sleep. I've been sleeping quite well. I don't know. I've been waking up early, but as long as you get to bed nice and early on time, and be a good boy or girl, then you should sleep fine. Trick is just to sleep in an ice bath. That's what I've been doing. Snowy Monk spent the last night taking down Thargoids. Well done, Snowy Monk. We tried. It didn't go that well for us. Big Fun Art says, awesome elite role-playing stream on Tuesday night. That's awesome. On your channel, Big Fun Art? If so, people click Big Fun Art and make sure you press that follow button. This week I have been mainly sweating, and you've got a stream deck. Did you get one of the cheaper ones? Or did you spend that extra £30 on a proper one with all of the 15 buttons instead of 6? I wonder how much. It's funny because to double the amount of buttons that are on a stream deck, apparently it only costs $40. And that's kind of strange. Hello, Commander Benkai. We've got one person missing from this experience. This person has rushed to get back here today, so we have to be friendly and kind to this person. He's put in a lot of effort to be here. He's got a sore knee. Let's see if we can hear him channel the vibes. Channel, everyone do the WNL chant. WNL, 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 WNL. Can you hear us, WNL? Oh, it worked.
I can hear you, yes, perfectly well.
Well, I can hear you too. How are you?
I'm not bad. Well, this is phatic conversation. I'm actually pretty horrible. Can't bend my leg. Have just spent all morning in an MRI. I'll get the results next week. Find out whether they're going to have to cut off my leg or something. I don't know.
What?
But in general, yeah, fine. And you?
That's not actually on the cards, is it? They're not actually going to amputate your leg.
Well, I have no idea what they're going to do.
What do you mean?
No. For the time being, they know that no bones are broken, but that I still have extreme swelling after 7 weeks, and it just won't bend, and there's a lot of pain. So we'll find out. They've done this wonderful new MRI, some sort of magnetic resonance imaging thing, and they'll find out what's inside going on.
Has anybody shaken their head and their finger at you to tell you off for playing football? And that's the problem, isn't it? Playing football. You got football fever. That's what happened. You were watching the World Cup and you got excited.
Well, this is one of the difficulties. Every time they say, how did you do it? And I have to admit, I was playing over 50s walking football.
It's walking football?
Well, it was supposed to be walking.
Walking football?
Well, it's a misnomer, actually, because they actually admitted when I got there, well, we don't really walk. It's a lot more vicious. We're a bunch of old men trying to relive our youth. And within 15 minutes, I was in the hospital. Yeah, no excuse, I realize. A man my age should know better.
No, that's okay. I just feel bad for your knee. I mean, for you, for having the sore knee.
Well, you're right. This sort of enforced inactivity is bad because I'm a fairly active person, and yeah, I'm getting to the point where I could become a serial killer or something. With my crutch, my one good.
Oh, yeah. My one good limb, your extra limb that you're using to. All right, yes. Please don't become a serial killer. If you do feel yourself wanting to become a serial killer, let us know first. There's a great community of just get into Elite Dangerous. What do you say, everyone? Don't you think WNL should get a copy of Elite Dangerous and see if he can get into flying through space? You can be active in space instead. That would be great. Let's get you set up with a...
Commander Benkai is right. It makes serious noise, and a variety of different noises. I thought, I'm going to be able to have a half an hour of sleep here. And then all of a sudden it was beep, 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 and then beep, 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 beep. All sorts of different noises. Just when you think you'd heard them all and every possible sequence, they would come up with a new noise for 25 minutes. It was quite interesting.
Well,
I have no idea what they were doing to my leg, but yes, it was pretty good.
Well, I hope you're okay. To keep the momentum going, we have got roughly 36 people here, which isn't 38, but it'll do.
Good.
So it is time for us to begin the quiz. Now, for those who don't know, who haven't been here before, hi, where have you been? But also, how does the quiz work? Well, I'll let the man in control, the man with the plan, the man with the dodgy knee, WNL, explain to us what is
I like that.
The man with the dodgy knee. That's your defining feature now. I'm sorry.
Diogenes. There we go. Diogenes. Great philosophers.
Diogenes.
Okay.
The man with
right.
Diogenes.
The quiz.
quiz.
Yes, I'll be asking 10 questions. It's on a topic that the chatters, have determined from. It's been about 3 weeks ago now. We were supposed to do this on the 6th, but Berlin and a few other things got in the way,
Berlin,
including
and then Latitude Festival. I played Latitude Festival.
Yes. Oh, that's right, the Latitude Festival. Yeah. So we and then 1 week I was actually otherwise engaged. So the quiz has been on hold, but it's all about drinking. Okay, this is what the chat stream wanted. Okay,
Wow.
all about drinking. So 10
Doesn't
questions
surprise me.
about drinking.
Mhm.
Right, and what I'll do is I'll ask a question. Edward will, of course, have turned off the chat stream. He won't be able to see your answers. Okay, I'll take your first 3 answers. If we have consensus within 3, that's your answer. If we have no consensus in the first 3 answers, it'll just be the first answer that determines what the chat stream is guessing. After I have your answer, I'll ask Edward. We'll compare and see who will be the winners of today's quiz. No cheating allowed. No Googling, no metaphysically looking into the minds and souls of others. You just have to take a wild guess and put it down.
We'll know if you've been cheating as well. We have anti-cheating radar technology that was implanted into us as quizmasters at birth, handed down through generations.
Amen. Amen.
It's a barbaric, it's a barbaric surgical procedure where
I have,
little radar.
I have the scars right here. Yeah.
Yeah, right under my eye. I've got one as well. Yeah. There. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so I'm going to close down the chat now. Goodbye, everybody. Please be nice. Don't say naughty things behind my back. See you.
I will share that. Yeah, Jack Little, yes, he's correct. All about drinking. It's about potent potables or potables, yes, as the French would say.
Potables.
Here we go. Question number 1. Starts you off nice and easy, I think. Cider is made from fermented apples. Which fermented fruit gives us perry, a centuries-old English drink? Cider is made from fermented apples. Which fermented fruit gives us perry, P-E-R-R-Y, a centuries-old English drink? I have their answer.
Pear?
You guessed it. It is pears.
I didn't
yes.
guess. I knew it.
Yeah.
It's not a guess.
There we go.
I definitely knew that one.
It was a good way of sort of easing in perry and pear.
Yeah.
It wasn't going to be raspberries.
Thank you.
Okay.
Could have been peaches.
And of course, the chat stream got it correct as well, so it's 1 point apiece. Perfection all round. Question number 2. Question number 2. Bit of a multiple guess. I'll give you the right answer and a couple of wrong ones. You decide which. The distinctive flavoring ingredient of mead, M-E-A-D, mead. Is it oranges, honey, or hazelnuts? The distinctive flavoring ingredient of mead. Is it oranges, honey, or hazelnuts? And I have their answer. Quick off the mark. These folk know their drink.
Is it honey?
It is honey. Well done. Yes.
Honey
And well, the chat stream just like that. Honey,
Well
honey,
done.
honey, honey, honey. It's 2 apiece.
Oh.
Okay. Can we break this?
No.
Question number 3. Number 3. Okay. The name of this German digestif, made with 56 different herbs and spices,
KFC.
translates as Master of the Hunt. The name of this German digestif, made with 56 different herbs and spices, translates as Master of the Hunt.
Of the Hunt. Master of the Hunt.
Master of the Hunt. I have their answer. 56 different herbs and spices, a German digestif. The name translates as Master of the Hunt.
Sorry, give me a second.
You'll have to think
yeah,
German
sorry.
names.
Yeah, no, got it. Yeah, Jägermeister.
Jägermeister is correct. Well done. As I can say to the chat stream as well, immediately in there, Jägermeister. Yeah, Jägermeister, the Master of the Hunt.
That's good. I didn't know that. And I just remembered the stag on the front, so clearly.
It's pretty difficult to drink that stuff, though, isn't it? I mean,
I don't mind it.
I did a quiz in a pub. I was a quizmaster once, and they had a huge machine that would deliver it in cold and all. I don't know what. but people just would drink this stuff up, and I thought,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like it tastes a bit like medicine.
Does it help the digestion? Yeah, this is a digest. Okay, 3 points.
I think it's okay. Stick it in a Jaeger bomb, as they call it.
Well, this is it,
Stick
Jaeger
it in,
bomb.
in an energy drink. It's absolutely terrible for you and your heart because it speeds up and slows down your heart at the same time.
I can do that quite well with my own heart. This is the problem.
Pacemaker.
It's way up, way down. Anyway.
Yeah, you don't need any drinks to make it happen.
Up to 150, down to 30. I can do that. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Right.
Next question.
Okay.
We're being very efficient
It's actually
this
right.
quiz today.
Jaeger bombs, and depth charges. We used to have those in America.
Depth charge.
You would take a bit of whiskey and in a shot glass and drop it down the middle of a half a pint of lager, okay, and then immediately chug the whole thing and try not to break your teeth on the little glass.
Okay.
Nice. Tough, and some people did break their teeth on that little glass, but hey, it was a chance you took.
I think depth charges still exist. I think people still.
Yeah. And what do they call them named after Purdue University in the Midwest in Indiana, they called them Boilermakers as well.
Oh.
Boilermakers.
There you go. You learn something new every day, especially on the Biscuits.
And none of these are in this round about drinking. Okay, it is 3 apiece, perfection all round. It's on to question number 4. Number 4. I'd like to know what flavor unites extibentum from Mexico, sambuca from Italy, and ricard from France. Extibentum from Mexico, sambuca from Italy, and ricard from France. What's the flavor? That's number 4.
They must have this one.
I have their answer.
Aniseed.
Aniseed. I would accept anise or licorice. Yes, it is aniseed.
Is it aniseed? Is it? Well, yeah. Is that the right answer? Is not licorice or anise. What did they go for?
No, aniseed. They went for aniseed as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
so,
look at this. We're doing so
4
well.
apiece.
I feel like we're a very intelligent community today.
You're all disporting yourself well. Yes. Living up to the reputation that you both deserve. Okay, question number 5. Halfway through.
I think.
Now, it's a bit of a multiple guess, and it could be slightly trickier. As I say, no Googling, just good, solid guesses, okay? It's a 1 in 3. The Bekaa Valley, Bekaa. It's home to 4 of the best wineries in this country, the Bekaa Valley. Is it South Africa, Romania, or Lebanon?
Oh, that's...
The Bekaa Valley, Bekaa. Home to 4 of the best wineries in this country. Is it South Africa, Romania, or Lebanon?
Oh, that's hard.
That
was a hard one. He's done it. He's thrown in a hardie.
Well, I like it. They've slowed down their answers here now.
Yeah,
They're thinking.
Yeah. Or they've just given up. One of the two.
Commander Benkai admits he has no idea.
That's not the answer, though.
But I do have their answer, yes.
South Africa, I'm guessing.
South Africa was their 3rd answer, but they had 2 Lebanons before, and it is Lebanon. Yes, you had a bottle. Well, you had Chateau Moussard at my wedding.
That was about 20 years, 15 years ago.
That's true. That's true.
Should
you have even been drinking? I'm not so sure. Yes. Anyway.
Probably
okay.
not.
Right.
Yeah, I might not have even handled it. Here we go.
They're very good, very rich wines. And there are only 4. In fact, I think there are only about 4 main wineries in the country, and they're all in the Bekaa Valley. Yes. Yes,
I'll remember
it's a
that.
stinker. It sounds like South Africa, but
no,
you're now
behind. I've not really heard of Lebanese wine. That's all.
Yeah, it is 5 points to 4. You're 1 behind going into the second half of today's quiz. Question number 6. Number 6. Again, I want speed on these answers. Well, at least from the chat stream, so I can get back to you, so you don't have too much time to cogitate either.
Cogitate.
Number 6. Cogitate. Yes.
I do spend too much of my time cogitating.
Cogitating. Question number 6. This brand of vodka originated in Russia, but is now owned and produced by the British company Diageo. It is produced in 11 different countries, distributed in 130 countries. In 2014, it was named as the best-selling vodka across the world. Name it, please. Originated in Russia, now owned and produced by the British company Diageo. Produced in 11 different countries, distributed in 130 countries. In 2014, named the best-selling vodka across the entire world.
So it could be that it's a trick question. And if it's not the right, if the big one that everyone knows isn't the right answer, because it could be that there's a cheaper one that everyone buys everywhere across the world, which would be, I believe, to be Odessa.
I have their answer.
However,
I have their answer.
Odessa is the one vodka brand that I know that's cheaper than Smirnoff. However, I'm going to go for the obvious answer. Neil.
You're going for?
I'm going for Smirnoff.
You're going for Smirnoff. And Smirnoff is absolutely correct. Yes, well done. Yes, it was the obvious one. Smirnoff and, the chat stream, Smirnoff in a variety of spellings, but Smirnoff, yes, okay. So, they maintain their lead of 1 point. It's a scant lead, but meaningful here at this stage. It's 6 points to 5 going into question number 7.
Every point matters.
Number 7. Number 7 is multiple guess again, okay? It's all about statistics, so listen very carefully. The world's biggest beer drinking nation, with 142.4 liters per person per annum, is the Czech Republic.
Wow.
Okay, the Czech Republic, hands down, 144 liters per person per year, okay? What I want to know is who comes second. And we're not talking about the size of the
do the number of that again. 144...
142.4 liters per person every.
That's a stunning amount of beer.
That's, and I suppose, well, I mean, that's per capita within drinking age. I don't think they're actually using any under the drinking age.
If it's on average, it means that some people are doing more.
Yes,
But that's nearly.
To those doing more, let's cheers.
That's half a liter a day.
Let's raise a drink here. Get the bartender to pour around for those people who are keeping the average high.
How many pints in a liter?
How many pints? Is it 2 3/4? Something like that, approximately.
It's a pint a day, basically, isn't it? Which is all right. It's not too bad.
That's not bad at all. Yeah. Think about it. Not bad at all.
Come on,
women,
Brits. We've got to get better at this. I thought that we were a bunch of lager louts. Let's improve. Let's improve our lager consumption.
Now in the meantime, they've been guessing all sorts of things.
What was the question again?
Sorry.
What was the question?
Well, they've been guessing, but it was multiple guess, and I haven't given them the choices yet.
Did
so we have to throw out all their answers that you've given. Sorry?
Did I even get it right, though? Don't tell them.
I'm throwing out all of their answers. They have to answer again here now. I give them 3 choices. Okay. And none of the sneaky, Okay, here we go. Who comes second? Is it Namibia, the Seychelles, or Germany?
Oh.
Czech Republic, biggest beer drinking nation in the world, 142.4 liters per person per annum. Who comes second?
I'm disappointed that we're not even in the top 10.
Seychelles or Germany? Okay, I'm ready for their answers.
I'm ready.
I have their answers.
I'm guessing Germany. Just a straightforward guess. Because I've never been to the Seychelles. I've got no experience of that. I've got no experience of Namibia at all. Go on.
Well, actually, yeah, one of their guesses was Germany as well, but 2 of their guesses were the Seychelles, which, with 114.6 liters per person, is number 2 in the world. It's a hot place. I have been there, and
water.
A lot of beer is consumed. Water with a bit of hops in it and things, yes.
Yeah.
How to ferment.
Oh dear. Oh well. Okay. So what?
Germany is fourth. Germany is fourth, and Namibia fifth. Both after Austria, who's third. Austria.
Where's the United Kingdom?
Oh, I don't know. We're way down there. I don't know. We've taken too much to cider these days, I think.
I don't like cider. Also, who did this? Who did this survey? Is it? I bet it's. But yeah, anyway, go on. Carry on.
It's. That's right. The Seychelles. It was the Seychelles tourist.
Seychelles bragging. Next question, please.
Question number 8. Oh, but well, you're 2 down now. They're maintaining perfection, 7 points, and you're still on 5. There is a chance to catch them up and pass them. There are 3 remaining.
Sorry for yawning today, everyone. I'm clearly more tired than I thought I was. Okay.
Here we go. Question number 8. I'd like to know which group or performer originally gave us Champagne Supernova.
I'm sorry. I was listening to the song in my head. Someday you will find me, caught beneath the landslide, with a champagne supernova in the sky. Is that the lyric? If it is, it means
all about
nothing.
Yes.
What was it about? Do you know?
Well,
Oasis.
Oasis, yes, and for me that says it all, as far as the lyrics.
I love that song though.
I know, but I've never been. I have to admit my biases here.
I saw Liam Gallagher at Latitude Festival. He did a surprise set.
Was he smiling?
No, of course he wasn't. He was on stage being a rock and roll star, Yeah, and
yeah, okay.
Just standing up there being proper good. They sang some Oasis songs. He came out there and did rock and roll star. Rock and roll. It was fine. It was absolutely fine. It was good.
You see, I'm too old. As far as I'm concerned,
go on.
Dare I mention the name Beatles and say that perhaps some of what they did was a little bit derivative.
Perhaps.
Heavily influenced. That's a good way of putting it. Yes.
Yeah, as is every contemporary act from the last 45 years. Every act from the last, every pop and rock and roll act.
Have you been segueing sideways? Okay, let's do it a little sideways. Have you been comedy? There's a wonderful thing on Netflix, and I'm doing a little advert here, called Comedians in Cars
drinking coffee.
And it's just so much fun. I mean, you do have to sort of have a knowledge of a lot of the American comedians, but just them talking, and it only lasts about 12, 13 minutes. It's just good fun. Comedians in Cars.
Jerry Seinfeld series.
Yeah, it's good fun.
Why did you reference this?
Well, you're talking about being derivative and originality and sort of musical art, but I just couldn't help thinking about comedy and these guys getting it. And a lot of it is derivative, but it is also a lot of it genuinely real and new. Certainly new to the people that are listening to it the first time. And
these people having these conversations are talking a lot about this kind of thing, aren't they? And how and that's part of what makes that series really fun and really special, is that they have these conversations about art and about comedy and about what it is to be a comedian. I recommend it too. I watched the Jim Carrey one very recently, and I think he's a fascinating character.
Yes. Someone who didn't come across quite as well, but was, in my opinion, one of the most fantastic American comedians ever, Gary Shandling. Did the Larry Sanders show, where he created a persona and stepped in and anyway, look it up. It'll be on YouTube somewhere. Anyway, back to the quiz. Okay, we're on to.
Stay on target. We're nearly there. We nearly made it without going widely off topic.
But
no, it was
a slight.
These are interesting. I think
a slight tangent.
You should do a podcast. You honestly should do a podcast. I don't know what it should be about, but I think you'd enjoy that.
Everything and anything. Yeah.
I don't know. You need to pick a subject that you're
Harry, don't stop me. That's right. Okay.
Somebody stop me is the phrase, but okay.
Paraphrase it in order to... Hey, this is my...
Don't stop me. The famous catchphrase from Jim Carrey. Don't stop me. And now we're talking about Queen
No,
songs.
no,
Where are
don't
we
stop
going?
now. We're going back to Queen. Yes.
All right.
Back to comedy and music.
Great.
Yeah. Only in England can you have number ones like Mr. Blobby. We're talking about comedy and music. I mean, theoretically, and the British public make that thing number one.
Yeah.
And something about some
Blobby,
and a bunch of
Mr. Blobby. Everyone loves Mr. Blobby though.
yeah, and Bob the Builder,
Yeah.
and number one. You go to America and try to explain them that Bob the Builder is number one in Britain. They go, yeah, okay, right.
And then we'd explain, and then you come back and explain how Donald Trump,
Donald
the
Trump is
presenter
president.
of a reality TV show, is your president. How about that?
The reality television show that he presented was far closer to reality than his tenure as president. I'll go no further. I'll
Getting
go
some
no further.
spicy politics. That's it.
I'm sure
we found it.
well-
We found your podcast subject. It's satire, political satire. Go on. Next
yeah.
question.
Hang on.
Please.
Let me get my weapon. Yes. Right, here we go. Oh, by the way, you both got that correct. It is Oasis. Okay. So, 8 points to 6. 2 questions left. Question number 9. Listen very carefully. In the comfort of your own home, under what age is it illegal to give a child alcohol in the UK? In the comfort of your own home, under what age is it illegal to give a child alcohol in the UK? It's your own kid. You're sitting there at dinner, whatever. Under what age is it illegal for you to give a child alcohol? I have their answer.
I know when you started giving us beer at dinner and wine, letting us drink wine, that we were 15. But I don't think that was. I mean, you were trying to give me fine, delicious wines from the age of 10 upwards. You weren't really. He wasn't. By the way, he was not. He's a very responsible father. I think it might be 18, but maybe this is a trick question. 15. 15. Let's just try 15. 12.
You're gonna go 15.
Maybe it's 12. Maybe it's 30. It's weirdly young. In France, I know that it's. In France, I believe almost there might not be an age, as long with dinner, unless that's just like a cultural thing and actually not the law. It's 18, isn't it? Is it 18?
I need your answer.
18.
Instead of asking me a question, I want an answer.
18.
Okay. You're going 18.
I'm just going to say it's the law in and out of your house.
Their first 3 answers were 15, 12, and 11. So I have to take 15 as their first one because they didn't have consensus.
Right.
So they're going with 15.
Oh, no,
You're going with 18.
Right, they've got it right.
It's actually 5 years of age.
5 years of age?
In the comfort of your home, under 5, it's illegal to give a child alcohol. But you can give a child 5 and over alcohol in your own home if you wish.
What?
So you were a late bloomer when I kept you to double figures.
Yeah,
yes.
but I don't think I liked it for the longest amount of time. I wasn't.
And
really...
that was the whole point of it, really, is to make sure you didn't. It's like, fathers who offer their children cigars. Here, have a smoke of this.
Like,
knowing they're going to go.
I never want to smoke ever again. Yeah, no, I did not like the taste of it.
It's actually 5 years old.
5. Fascinating.
5.
Don't.
Fascinating.
Do not feed your 5-year-old children alcohol. Do not do that. That does not seem.
No, 4 years. Yeah, well, yes, you're right. I mean,
No.
I think we should take the middle high ground here and say that the government perhaps should up it a bit. But right now, a 4-year-old, no, a 5-year-old is legal. Yeah.
It's legal. Wow. Yeah,
it's
I
legal,
would
yes.
not. If I saw a 6-year-old or a 7-year-old drinking alcohol, just imagine them with a can of Fosters. Mummy, can I have a can of Fosters?
The can would be bigger than the kid.
There you go. Have your can of Fosters, love.
A can of Fosters with a sippy cup.
And a sippy cup. Have a sippy cup of Fosters and sit down in front of Bob the Builder. While they're on their lunch breaks as well, I'm sure they might have a tinny or two, and you can join them. Bob the Builder's had a couple of hard years, and he's fallen off the wagon. Anyway, sorry, moving on.
Yeah.
Don't drink irresponsibly, regardless of your age.
That's right. And if you're in control of young children, push it to the upper
Find
limits.
somewhere to put them before you start drinking. Don't stop. I don't. No, sorry. Let's stop this now. It's not positive. We preach positive messages here. Be responsible. Just think about your actions. Next question.
One question left.
Yeah.
And the scores, okay, it remains 8 points to 6. Nobody's perfect anymore, but they're 2 questions closer to perfection than you are. Last question. And, well, it's all about drinking. That's what we'd agreed. So I have one non-alcohol question. I'd like to know, who was the celebrity host of the world record-setting go at the biggest cream tea party ever at Alexandra Palace on July the 1st? Over 900 people attended. Everyone had to drink a full cup of tea and eat an entire scone and jam.
When
jam.
was this?
Why didn't they ask me? Yeah. It was on the 1st of July, 2018.
Huh.
Who was the celebrity host? 978 people attended. Beat the previous record by 243 people.
Only 978.
250 liters of tea, 2,400 scones, and 4,100 pots of jam.
They had a scone each, 2 scones each.
Well, it said they had to have at least one, and I think some people were a bit greedy. Hey, free food. They were there. 4,100 pots of little jam and clotted cream.
And we don't know we got to know who the host is. No options. We just got to know.
Who was the celebrity host?
Out of all of the hundreds of thousands of celebrity hosts that it could possibly be.
Yeah, well, hundreds of thousands, but think cream teas.
Think cream teas.
Think cream teas. Okay, think cream teas. I mean, cream teas. Would it be Lord Sugar?
Nice.
Probably not. Okay.
Talking of The Apprentice, it all comes down full circle. All right, Mary Berry.
You're going with Mary Berry? You're absolutely correct. Well done.
Yes.
And amongst a few other guesses, they got Mary Berry as well. It's obvious. You have a cream tea.
Well
you won
done,
Mary.
everyone. Well done. Well,
I'll bet she had 5 scones herself. She does like the scones.
She does like the scones. Let's hope there were no soggy bottoms.
Should I say scone?
I say scone. I don't know.
I'm a northerner. I say scone as well. Yeah. It's there and then it's gone very quickly. Sorry, Dad fucked up.
Dad joke. It's all right because you are a dad. Oh, I can bring back the chat now. This is nice. Where are you? I've lost you for a while there. There you are. Hello, everybody. Good to see you all. Look at all these lovely names. Griefed, Jonathan Teatime. Jonathan Teatime's in the chat. Must have heard you. The Honey Thief, Muzipan, Just the D, Kinda Benkai, all the best ones still here. Bozo Pro, thank you so much for being here. 5 people are horrified about the 5-year-old thing. Big fun. Good to see you back. Hello, and a huge thank you to WNL for this week's quiz, which was very, very good. The Buff, Peter, is it cooked yet? No, what? Apparently he was struggling a little, and it took him a while to get into the pan, but he is simmering. Yeah, he's simmering. He's simmering now. He's all right. He's relaxed. Ed, in France, they mix water with red wine and serve it to babies. Wow. Anyway, thanks to WNL for the quiz. It was an excellent quiz.
Sometimes they used to, sort of dip a dummy into whiskey or something or other just to placate the child.
Oh gosh, I don't know about that.
I'm told that.
You never do that to me. No. Of course, that's what went wrong. Okay, so do we have? You know what it's time to do. First of all, we've got to pick next week's quiz topic, and I do believe I have no plans for next week, so we should be on. We should be on next week unless there's any injury, unless there's any important events for you to attend. What is next week's quiz going to be all about? Put your suggestions in the chat. Ed Childhood says Jack Little, good suggestion. Couldn't happen without that. Japan-US relations. Wow.
Or otherwise, yes.
Yeah, that's interesting. Summer holidays. Ooh, that's a nice one. Summer holidays is a nice little suggestion. Unusual animals, British sci-fi movies. A quiz about Ed's life in 30 years. I don't know how that works. Let's look to the future. Horror movies in general. Famous injuries. Nom nom. Biscuits. We've already done the biscuits, but it's time for us to return to do the biscuits again at some point soon. Star Wars, but Ed would need to catch up. The only Star Wars I haven't seen is the most recent one. Russia, USA, Cold War. Late night TV hosts, new wave music of the late 1970s. I love it because people come up with the things that they know about, and so it's really interesting because you hear like people talking about like N. Wiley says Scotland, Musipan says pottery, which is not something I'm sure Musipan knows about, but sure, I'll go for that. Summer holidays is a nice suggestion. The history of dictators and how to tell when your president is one, says Commander Benkai. Any other suggestions? My favourite one was Summer holidays, but I don't know how you feel about that.
It's
archaeological anachronisms.
Anachronisms.
The Industrial Revolution. Myths of lunar eclipses. 90s television. Beer. Stage magic of the 19th century. The Poetic Edda.
Alcohol themed. To be honest, while I was researching this, I did come up with 2 more alcohol-related quiz rounds, but I think 2 in a row might be a little bit, too much.
Yeah, you might have drunk too much at that point. Too much alcohol for 1 week. Steam power. 80s children's TV. Ooh, I would not be good at that. 90s children's TV.
What sort of questions would you expect on summer holidays?
Who sang the song?
Where you go to summer holidays, or yeah.
Just whatever you want. Someone says do a meth quiz about meth. It's really hard.
Or math? Yeah, in America, you know.
I think it means methamphetamine. Air cadetry. Air cadetry. Air cadetry.
Air cadetry.
Air cadetry. No, I don't know. Anyway, stick around, by the way, because in a couple of minutes' time we'll be doing the Biscuit review. So just stay right here, because I'll be going to get a cup of tea in just a minute, and it'll be time for today's Biscuit review. Breaking Bad, most popular resorts, first package tours, those kinds of things, like statistics about like where's the most popular place the Americans go on holiday in America, you know, those kinds of things. Cheeses,
okay, yeah, we can do some summer holidays in general, but summer halls, okay.
Some holidays.
How's that?
I like it. Right, what's on Walter's shelf today?
Walter's shelf. What I have, I've pulled out a play. Play scripts are good fun, but of course even better than when they're seen. I mean, like Shakespeare. Studying it in high school, okay, but you need to see it on stage. And I saw this one on stage once, okay? It's Long Day's Journey into Night by Eugene O'Neill. Okay, and it was actually your friend and mine, Jeff Pillar, who starred as the young man. It was
our friend Jeff Pillar.
That's right.
Because he is the person who made Jeff's chocolate chip pecan cookie biscuits, which are currently number 3 or 4 on the Biscuit review list.
This is it. This is a man of many talents. Yes.
A man of many talents, including.
But it's a good play, all about, and it's quite autobiographical about Eugene O'Neill. He had a mother who was addicted to drugs, and an older brother who was an alcoholic, and a father who was, well, a bit strange. Anyway, it's all about a day in their life. Quite a harrowing play. He won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1936 and at least 4 Pulitzer Prizes for drama. But if you get a chance, see some, or did some film versions as well. But certainly read some Eugene O'Neill.
Okay, Eugene O'Neill it is. All right, Dubian says, what is your favourite pinter? Sorry, Jack Little asks, what's your favourite pinter?
My favourite pinter? A pinter? No. I
don't know what he's talking about.
He's talking about Harold Pinter, the playwright. Caretaker, Homecoming. There are all sorts of wonderful short plays by Pinter. Okay. Not his later work. I think I do like some of the early, almost cut down surreal, bordering on surreal. Yeah.
Very good. Well, thank you for your answer. Okay, it's time to say goodbye. So thank you so much for coming along, and thank you for being there. We will see you next week, probably.
Always my pleasure. Okay. And we'll see you all anon.
Bye-bye. Oh, he's gone. thank you so much, WNL, and I'll call you tomorrow. Bye-bye. He's laughing. All right, great quiz. Right, back in 2 minutes' time for today's biscuit review. So hold your horses, keep your pants on, pay each other some nice compliments, and just be relaxed because it's a relaxing day and it's time for today's biscuit review. So we'll be back in 2 minutes. Time. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes for the biscuit review. It's 13:53 on Friday, the 27th of July, and that can mean one thing, and one thing only. You can hear his beard already somehow, even though you can't see it. But it's time for today's Biscuit Review with me, Edward C. Lewis, and also my very special guest. How do you feel about being in the Biscuit Zone?
Good. I've been in the Biscuit Zone once before, but this is a new Biscuit Zone.
Yeah, this is a new Biscuit Zone. We've updated the Biscuit Zone since. This is, we have the wonderful Chad Young. Chad, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you today?
What have you been doing?
Today, or just in general?
5 minutes ago, what were you doing?
5 minutes ago, I was on lunch. I was having a cheeky little read of the internet, seeing what's going on in football, pre-season, stuff like that.
Anything good?
Not really.
Great. moving swiftly on. So Chad, the dog man. Yes, the dog man, because we were on a little live stream we did on my phone.
Yeah.
We had been drinking that day.
Yeah, I haven't seen it back, but Will mentioned it to me on my way out on Wednesday evening. He sort of said, did I watch it back? So no, I'll have to check it out.
You have to check it out. Don't bother.
No?
No, it's absolutely fine. It's just you going, here's my dog. Chad is the owner of a new puppy.
Yes, Gracie. She's tiny little cute thing.
Little pug.
Yeah, adorable.
It's really great watching Chad walk around, kind of a bit of a metal rocker kind of guy, walking around with this tiny little dog on the end of a little lead.
Yeah.
It's really, really cute.
It's very, very emasculating.
Sorry, the honey thief. Chad works with me in publishing. Chad, would you like to tell people what you do?
I work kind of in the commercial department, if you like. We look after all of the platforms, Xbox, Microsoft relationship with those guys, Sony, and just kind of make sure that all of our games and things are available to people, and that Frontier makes a bit of money to keep the lights on, so that we have this wonderful facility in which
this biscuit zone.
This biscuit zone.
This is Chad built this room essentially.
It's my biscuit
Hi
zone.
Chad, this is Chad.
Hi chat, how's it going?
Very, very cool. Puppy dude, she was so cute. Throws more money at Chad, says Milston Bob.
Yeah, please, thanks.
Ed's beard looks like a 5 o'clock shadow in comparison. I need to up my game. We have a new puppy, a tiny Pomerian, and a Shih Tzu called Toast. I call her Felony. Oh. Anyway, hi Chad, thanks for telling us about yourself, The Honey Thief. The Honey Thief is very nice, as are all the
very
people.
nice of you. Thank you.
We have one thing that we have to do today.
What's that?
That is to review a biscuit.
Delicious.
We've got literally about 5 minutes, but if you've got a meeting at 2, because I don't today.
I don't, no, I mean...
We can go over by a few minutes then, which means we can take our time. So, I'm going to load up... There's one thing missing that we need to be able to do this review. Do you?
I think it's going to be a spreadsheet.
People think that I pretend to not know where it is, but I literally lose it every single time. But I found it! Here it is. It is the official.
I'm seeing what goes on the other side here inside.
It's a horrible mess, isn't it? It's a horrible mess inside my brain. Okay, so here we go. If you haven't been here before, first of all, well, where have you been? Secondly, here's how it works. We have the name, we have the appearance, the taste, the texture, the durability, the drinkability, the post-nut taste, the satisfaction, the moisture, and the total. Oh, it all adds up to a total, of course. Right at the top with the Popsy Marzipan Biscuits by Sarah, homemade. In third place with the Marabou Chocolate Moments, disqualified for being a chocolate bar, completely ruining the ordering.
That's not a biscuit, is it?
The Fortnum & Mason Strawberry and Cream Afternoon Tea Biscuit gets an Ed's Choice stamp, which is in Comic Sans and bold. Jeff's, my personal favourite, because it's Comic Sans, bold, and italicised, is Jeff's Chocolate Butterscotch Chip Pecan Cookies. Also was referenced in today's Biscuits as well. The man who made them, Jeff. Yeah. Anyway, scrolling down. 177 biscuits. So this is 178.
When I was on before, I think you were... It was still in... How many was this originally supposed to be? It was...
100 originally.
Yeah, I think it was in the 70s somewhere when I was on before.
That's quite a while ago now.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming.
That's any time.
Today's biscuit.
Okay. I'm excited.
We've
What
got
is it?
ourselves this little treat, the Anzac biscuits. I don't know who sent these in. I can't remember. We received them quite a while ago. They're probably out of... Nope. 16th of July 2019?
18 or 19.
So,
could be out of date.
Could be out of date by 7 days.
Which is perfectly acceptable.
Yeah. It's a biscuit, isn't it? All right. So here we go. We're going to open up the Anzacs.
Just a moment. Does that mean that you're going to have to actually mention out of date as part of the criteria for this product?
I don't know. I don't. Do you think I should? What does the chat think? Anzac biscuit. Australia's authentic recipe. Can you do an Australian accent? All right, mate. You want an Anzac?
I'd probably rather not. That was good enough.
All
I don't
right.
like offending people with
Also,
shocking
biscuits so
behaviour.
syrupy in the aftertaste, suggested E. Well, let's find out. Let's find out if we agree. No points for packaging, of course, in this game.
No.
But if there was...
It's a biscuit package at the end of the day. It's all about what is contained within.
A crumb in the eye, everyone. A crumb in the crumb in literally in the eye. It jumped at me as we opened
Moving forward,
it up.
I think we should perhaps get you
Wear
some protective
safety
eyewear. Yeah.
A crumb in the eye.
All right.
Take yourself. Wield your weapon.
I have one.
Oh, they look good, don't they? They look They look good. We can't, unfortunately, we have no Biscam hooked up right now, but as you can see, they're kind of uniform in their circular shape. They they have a good, nice brown bake to them on top and on the bottom. They're flat. On top, they kind of have a ridged texture, almost like a planet's surface with lots of canyons.
Topical. It's very
Thank
good.
you.
They have the appearance of a slightly more ramshackle ginger nut.
A ramshackle ginger nut.
But obviously the colour
name
isn't
of my
quite.
next album.
That's it.
Okay, so what do you think about the appearance?
It's fine. Personally, I'm
Out of 10.
out of 10. It's a solid. Do we do point
Yeah.
halves?
Yeah.
6.5.
Well, I think you can do 6 point any denomination.
6.4 then.
I'm going to go lower, so I'm going to say I was going to say 6. So
Okay.
actually we're nearby. So 6.2,
Okay.
sort of a halfway point
Boogie,
between us.
boogie.
It's standard, but it makes me want to eat it. But it's not terrible looking. Taste, arguably the most important part of the biscuit is the taste. Also, if you do get crumbs, don't worry about that. We will sort out the crumbs afterwards. But that's all about, you've got to see how many crumbs you get sort of in your general area. So.
Okay, well, most of them will end up in here.
Okay,
So we're just going to bite.
Don't think about the texture too much.
Oh, okay.
They're really good.
They remind me of something.
They do, and I'm trying to work out what they are too. Chad, does your voice go any lower? Jack Little asks.
Does it go any lower? Or should I go, does it go any lower?
lower?
I am blessed with dulcet,
Tones.
low pipes. A
There's that
warm brown voice.
A warm brown voice. I
Yeah.
would say mine is more of a blue.
I'd agree.
Or a green. Maybe a green.
No, I say blue. I think you were right the first time. Go with your gut instinct on
A
this.
sort of not a dark blue, but not even a light blue either.
Yeah, not like a sky blue.
Somewhere in betwixt.
Like a royal blue?
Jester D was just about to say. Jester D spoils there. Have you picked up on the coconut aftertones? I certainly did.
I did too. Yes.
All right, let's talk about it. Out of 10. Well, first of all, let's talk about it. So I'm getting sort of, it's creamy, but that's also a textural thing.
Yeah.
It's
There actually is a
there's
slight
definitely
coconut,
a coconut bite to it.
Not just the flavour, but there's also the actual, that texture of
Coconut.
dried coconut.
Itself, yeah, dried coconut, yeah. But there is that. It smells of coconut as well, but it's subtle coconut to the point where I would have gone, oh, it's a bit coconutty. If someone said no, it hasn't got any coconut, I would go, oh, okay.
Lies and deceit.
It smells of lies and deceit.
No, saying there wasn't coconut was lies and deceit.
Well, all right, let's say it.
Pleasing.
What's the word? What's the stuff called that we picked up earlier on? That Jester D said earlier on, because that's how it tastes.
Syrupy.
That's it. It's golden syrup. There's a golden
Yeah,
syrup.
there's a touch of that. There's just a little taste.
Golden syrup. I think it's delightful.
Yeah, I'm
I think it's very
down.
nice. What do you think out of 10?
And this is specifically for taste.
Yeah.
It's a strong biscuit. It's a 7.7.
I'm gonna round it up to an 8 if that's okay with you.
Tremendous. That is first class.
Texture.
See, there's an interesting textural side to this. I am wondering if we could get some adjudication on this.
Don't do it. You think it's out of date, so it's gone soft.
Yes, I do. There is a slight soft texture, which isn't unpleasant. And I don't know
It's
if it's
actually
just...
really great.
Yeah.
It's got a crunch on the outside and it
Yeah.
sort of gets softer on the inside.
Yeah, but I didn't know because I had the first one from the packet. You know, often the first one can be a bit, you know?
Yeah, I know exactly what you
Yeah.
mean by that. Well, spoilers. I'm desperate for another one.
Oh, you savage.
Can't believe it.
Let's do it. I'm on board.
They're a 10 out of 10 when you're in a foxhole.
Well,
So does anyone know if they're supposed to have that sort of, if they're supposed to be, the soft inside it's a design feature, says Benkai. And
Excellent.
I know Benkai may be Australian.
in that case, I salute their design choice.
I think it's pretty good. I think it's really great.
So do I.
Yeah, all right. I'm going to put potentially out of date on here.
Yeah, I think it's a good. Can I take a look at the packaging to see if I can look at the
Date, yeah.
closely? See if there's any.
It's gone. It's been rubbed off, hasn't it?
I do think it's an 8 though. I do think that they are out of
2018. So they've
date
gone out of
by,
date by 2 weeks.
by 11 days to be precise.
Oh gosh. Kiwi.
And I don't
So it's
care.
a kiwi.
Because,
They were fantastic, aren't they?
bingo.
All right, texture. I liked it.
So
it's
did I,
hard,
a
a
lot.
bite on the outside, very soft with the coconut adds in. It starts to go a bit softer. I think I would put it as high as an 8.2, 3,
Whoa. Well, let's call it 8.1 then.
8.1.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Well, I'd have probably gone
Durability. Look at the crumbs around you. How many crumbs have you got? Not that many.
1, 2
You
of
could literally
meaningful
count.
size.
I did get one in the eye though.
That was from the opening, not from
Yes.
the ingestion. Am I wearing any? Is there any?
So look.
No, there's nothing come out onto the desk.
No, you're free. You're free. It's actually not bad
That
at
is
all, is
first
it? So,
class.
so that's good. It's like an 8, isn't it? Because there were some on the desk. I had some on my desk. I had some on my trousers. But I am notoriously bad for getting crumbs on my trousers.
Heard
Dunkability.
that about you. Are we doing it
We're
now?
getting a fresh one.
What a treat. Thank
An
you.
absolute treat. I'm thrilled about this. Very nice biscuits with a scoop of ice cream. Oh, I can really imagine.
Oh, I do love ice cream with a biscuit bashed up
me
in there,
too.
right?
Oh my god, I love the crunch with the soft ice cream.
Yeah.
I also love it like a warm treat, like a warm brownie next to an ice cream.
Oh yeah, that's dark. Oh, that's chewy. Oh my god. Are we timing this? Is that a thing
Right, no.
I
So we
vaguely
go 1, 2, 3 reveal. Right. So
Okay.
1, 2, 3 reveal. Show to the camera the durability. A little tap on the side to see if how it. Right.
Excess
Let's go for the
drippage.
double. 1,
Oh jeez.
2, 3. Is it being affected? No, you might get the splashdown.
There is the rigidity has definitely
I would say
taken
let's
a
not
hit.
go for a triple, otherwise we're going to get splashed down.
I agree.
All right, let's go in.
Okay. Oh wow.
Oh boy.
The fascinating thing is the texture of the coconut has come through much more because that dried coconut slight crunch has maintained through the dunkage and come out the other side. So the biscuit has become softened, but the dried coconut texture is still there.
This is a fantastic biscuit.
It's changed. It's been a bit of a game changer as far as this biscuit is concerned, I'd say. That is first class.
It is.
Bingo.
So it didn't dunk that well. So as in like it.
In terms of its structural integrity.
Yeah, but I'm going to still put it at 7 because I like this biscuit and I want it to do well.
You want it high on the list, don't you?
Post dunk taste.
Very high.
9.
Oh, let's give it a 9.
Let's give it a 9. We're going wild today, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's do that.
All right, satisfaction. Throw science to the wind, and as I know,
We're just talking about the good times, right?
talk about the good times. Yeah.
Well,
How do you feel about it? I feel great.
really good. To the point where I'd feel comfortable. Historically, post these streams, Ed has been known to come out to the team and say, "We've had some of these biscuits. Would anyone else like to try one?" This would be one where, even though I've been on the stream, I would make sure I snaffled another one when I got outside.
Yeah, that's a good way of doing it. Oh,
Sorry for revealing. Did I reveal something from behind the scenes?
No, I like that. I like
Okay.
that people. It's nice to know that I go out there and I give. Chad will be welcomed in New Zealand.
Oh, I'd love to go to New Zealand.
All right, great. You should start streaming with a voice like that, or maybe presenting a television show.
Might have done some bits and bobs before.
You're in a rock and roll band, aren't you?
I used to be,
You've been in bands.
yeah.
No, you're in a band, sort of.
Kind of,
Available
yeah.
for weddings.
Weddings and bar mitzvahs, yeah.
Satisfaction 9.
I want it again.
We're very satisfied with it, right?
Very much so.
Moorishness, how much do you want another one?
I think I accidentally answered that.
You want another one?
Yeah.
9. Straight 9s.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's go with that.
What? Let's see where it goes. We were very impressed by this biscuit. It's a 64.3. It's a high number. Is it enough? It's not enough to get into the top 10 though. It was let down by its initial appearance. That makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I'd say that's fair.
64.3 puts it in at 21st position, right there below the Borders Dark Chocolate Gingers, just above the Jumbo Stromkirchen. Of course, everyone knows the Stromkirchen.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Higher than Thomas J. Fudge's Decadent Dark Chocolate Florentines. And actually, if you keep the disqualified Maribu Chocolate Moments in, it is a number 20, meaning that it is a top 20 biscuit.
Love it.
No, it isn't. No, it is, yeah, because it'd be 21.
Because maths.
Take that one out, 20. A good show for the Anzac biscuit. Potentially
yes.
out of date Anzac biscuits. Who knows? If it was.
But there is just that Don't you feel now?
I really want another one.
Well, don't you feel now that because of that untangible of the out of date, you need to get some that are in date and do this a second time?
Someone send more Anzacs.
More Anzacs, ones that are in date, and then it would probably only be fair if it was you and I who
Doing it again.
did it
Yeah,
again.
yeah, absolutely.
Because you don't
agreed.
want the.
Next week's show, Anzac Part 2.
I appear to have
Do they
a
do?
small drop of tea.
Does anyone know if Anzac do like Anzac chocolate? Because imagine covering that in a bit of chocolate, or chocolate on the bottom layer. Does anyone know if that? Anyone?
Pleasing.
You know that you could add a column that would automatically demote the not biscuits. Jack Little, that would involve any sort of care or attention.
Again, I have a
Just
funny
that he says
feeling
they
I
sell
said this last time I was on. If you send it to me, I'll sort it out for you.
They sell them in Tesco apparently.
Do they?
Anzacs. Well, that's bad news.
Cheeky little stop on the way home.
Oh dear. All right, everyone. Good to see you all. Thank you, Chad. Will you come back again in the future
Of
for
course,
another one?
anytime.
10-second jobs as Jack Little. No.
Yeah, it is a 10-second job.
See you later. Bye, everyone. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you back on Monday for the live streams. Love you all dearly. Bye-bye.